Hey, Miss Martha. What's up, brother Chris? Tanisha, Mary. How y'all doing? Good morning, everyone. Hey, Miss Jackie. How you been? How's everybody this morning? Hey, Miss Marlene. How are you, ma'am? Caitlin, Nikki, Melanie, Tashara. What's happening, y'all? What's up, Jermaine, brother Chad? How y'all doing? Miss Madeline, Miss Barbara, Amy. What's happening? I'm blessed. I'm blessed. What's up, Whitney? Pastor Charlie. Kev, what's up, brother? How y'all doing this morning? Y'all all right? Y'all good? Hey, Miss Mildred, Miss Joyce, Miss Shaw, Miss Isabel, come on. Hit that share button. Y'all know how we do. If you would. What's up, Kinks? Miss Reefa, Tanangela, Miss Mary, Dedriana, Miss Margaret, Crystal, Miss Gilda. What's happening? How y'all doing? Y'all all right? Hey, Miss Mary. How y'all doing this morning? Everybody good? Thank y'all. I see y'all here to share. I appreciate it big time. I really do. I thank y'all. I really do. I thank y'all. Um, yeah, I appreciate you all. Y'all are kind to me. Hey, mama, and I appreciate it. So, man, we've been talking about getting up. Uh, you know, it's important that when you suffer a setback, when you suffer a loss, that you go through it, that you don't sit in it. Um, and I know that that can be difficult sometimes. Um, I've told you before that I am not the one to tell you to act like you don't feel like you feel, but I am the one who's going to challenge you to not live in your feelings. Um, you you have to possess what is now being called emotional intelligence, the ability to recognize your emotions, the ability to um, feel your emotions, to not ignore them, but also the ability to handle your emotions, the maturity, excuse me, to handle your emotions in such a way that you process them so that you get the best outcome um, for you and for everybody around you. Um, so many people um, have untapped and unrealized potential. I'm plugging in y'all before I run out of power. Have untapped and unrealized potential. Um, not because they, let me just say, so many people have ruined uh, opportunities, have ruined relationships, have been the brakes for their own progress because they don't have emotional intelligence, because they don't know how to process how they feel in a way that allows them to keep moving forward. Um, get caught up in anger, get bogged down in disappointment, get trapped in hurt, um, and don't know how to deal with those feelings in a way that doesn't damage us even more. And so this emotional intelligence, when we talk about it, is the ability to process those feelings and deal with them in a way that does not uh, put us in a worse situation than we were in before we started dealing with them. And when we say get up, what? Good morning, Cam. When we say get up, what we are talking about is the ability to recognize what I'm going through, recognize what I'm dealing with, uh, to not ignore it and act like it's not there. That's called stuffing. And stuffing creates pressure. And at some point, pressure builds up, and whatever was stuffed has to go somewhere. And that's how people end up depressed. That's how people end up lashing out. It's how people end up a lot of times with all kinds of mental illnesses because of things that they have not processed. So you don't want to ignore what you feel, but you want to deal with it in a way that allows you to continue to make progress. God goes to the children of Israel after they suffered this huge loss in Moses, and they were sitting there, you could say, stewing in what they had gone through, like many of us do. I know people who have stewed for years, uh, and to the point where they pass down generational dysfunction. Mom teaches her daughter certain things because of what she went through with her husband, things that are contextually accurate for her, but not true principles that would allow them to function in healthy relationships. Come on, somebody. Uh, this uh, I was betrayed, and so you never trust a man. I was betrayed, so you never trust a woman. And we pass that down. I say we, but pass that down. And so now we're passing down generational dysfunction. Why? Because as opposed to processing what that hurt, processing that letdown, processing that disappointment in a healthy way, they chose to sit in it. I hope I'm making sense to you. Um, and so now, uh, you have this generational dysfunction that's being passed down as truth, but in all actuality is not truth. See, this is the thing you have to remember. Uh, Everything just because it sounds good coming out of their mouth doesn't mean that it's true. Just because uh, it's just because it sounds good doesn't mean that it's accurate. And so many of us have been uh, given principles that were birthed out of people's hurt, given untrue principles that were birthed out of people's disappointment, that were birthed untrue principles that sound good, but in all actuality, they were birthed out of people's bitterness, people's anger. Come on, that they never moved past, but chose to sit in. Uh, and because of the influence of the source, many times we accept it as truth and we live our lives based on it. Uh, only to find out later on that it's not true, that it's not accurate, that it's not uh, a principle that can be lived on, but instead it only poisons more lives and relationships and situations. And so you have to make sure, if not for your sake, for your children's sake, come on, somebody, that you listen. I never want to be the parent that passes down bitterness. I never want to be the grandparent that passes down dysfunction. I don't want to pass down. Come on, I don't want to pass down anger. I don't want to pass down hurt. They'll have enough hurt. They'll have enough dysfunction that they're gonna have to deal with because of their own choices. Lord, let me not be the one who passes it down because I chose to in uh, sit in what I went through as opposed to processing it in a way that allowed me to move on. God goes to the children of Israel and he tells them, get up, get up. See, that's what some of us need too. We need some folks in our lives who will love us enough to get tough with us, who will love us enough to tell us to get up. Uh, I'll never forget, man. Uh, Many people may not know this, but I went through a season of depression, and that's why uh, my sister, uh, you know, um, I'm forever indebted to her because I was in depression behind some stuff, and it was all based on choices that I had made. And you could say that I was sitting in it, just like the children of Israel were. I was sitting in all of the things that I had lost, and I was non-functional, and she noticed it, and I thank God to this day that she loved me enough to come to me and say, "Get up." She wasn't trying to hear what I'd been through and what I'd gone through, and all she get up, get up. You and she called me out of where I was at. Come on, somebody, and reminded me that I still had responsibility to take care of. Reminded me that I still had purpose. Reminded me that life wasn't over. And she wasn't trying to hear no sad stories. Come on, somebody. She wasn't trying to hear any. She, I hear all of that. Get up. You've been sitting in it long enough. Huh? That's why, listen, and I know I say it all the time, but I can't underscore this enough. That's why it's so important, man, that you have the right people in your life. Some people who are not afraid, huh? You have to have some people in your life who don't feel for you too much to get real with you. Whew. And if you look at your life and can't see anybody in your life who don't feel for you too much to get real with you, huh? Then you you need, I'm not saying get rid of your old friends, but I'm saying that you probably need some new ones. Some folks who will call you out of that dysfunction. Some folks who will call you out of those things that are hurting your life. Some folks who will do what God did with Israel and say, get out your feelings. Okay, it hurt. Okay, it was bad. Okay, it wasn't fair. But get up, huh? It's so important. And then what God does is we've been going over the last couple of days. God tells them why they got have to. God tells them why they have to get up. Number one, He tells them because you still have purpose. I've purposed you. Your purpose didn't die with Moses. Your he's dead, but your purpose is not dead. That's why you got to get up. Because Moses is dead. It's like God tells Joshua, Moses is dead, but I left you here. Come on. Watch this. Because you are still alive, because you are still alive, you have to function like you're still alive. You have to move like you're still alive. You still got purpose. The reason why Moses is gone is because he fulfilled the purpose that I gave him. And you have to fulfill the purpose that I've given you as well. Come on. You ready for this? And we went through it the other day. I'm just reviewing. Listen, okay, the situation is dead. But God's purpose in your life ain't dead. Come on. Purpose didn't die with that relationship. Whew. Purpose didn't die with that career opportunity. That job died, but purpose didn't die. Listen, as long as you're alive, purpose is alive. Woo. Come on. Purpose didn't die because your situation changed. I had somebody come to me. They were facing a very difficult situation where they were probably gonna have to go and spend some time in jail because of some decisions that they had made. And they were like, Pastor, and we tried to help them, but it was just no way around it. They had made some really, really bad decisions, and they were gonna have to go spend some time in jail. And they were like, Pastor, what am I gonna do? I said, you gonna go to jail. That's what you're gonna do. I can't go to jail. Yes, you can. You can go to jail. You can go to jail. You don't believe me? You gonna but what am I doing in jail? I said, this is what you're gonna do. You're gonna live on purpose. How am I gonna live on purpose in jail? Listen, man, just because you gotta go through this, that don't mean that you don't have purpose. You don't know what God's purpose for you is for you in there. Come on. It, you might come out of there having started the best prison ministry. Come on, somebody. Listen, just just because life changes, that doesn't mean purpose did. Just because life gets difficult, that doesn't mean purpose died. Come on. See, the beautiful thing about purpose is you can live it out no matter where you are and no matter what's going on. The scenery might change, but purpose remains constant. That brother went in there and 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 he didn't start a prison ministry, but what he did while he was in there birthed some stuff to where when he came out And within a couple of years, he was much better off financially. Thank you. For as far as his family, as far as his ministry, and that he was way better off than when he went in there. Why? Because while he was in there, he kept his focus on purpose. He kept moving toward purpose. Thank you, Miss Tricia. Appreciate the stars. Are y'all getting this? It's like God was saying to the children of Israel, my purpose didn't die when Moses died. And you have to get up because you are still purposed. Can I just tell somebody? The reason why you have to get up out of that depression, out of that dead stuff, is because you still have purpose. And see, part of your disappointment is that, get this, you put way too much stock in the situation. Woo! You put way too much stock in where you were, as opposed to putting all of your stock in who was with you. Lord have mercy. You became way too dependent upon the situation. Come on. As opposed to leaning and depending on the one who created it. Lord have mercy. And that's what happens. Listen to me good. That's what happens when we come to rely and depend upon the stuff that God blessed us with, as opposed to relying and depending upon Him. Whoo! Come on. You are still purposed. Come on. Just because God changed the vehicle doesn't mean you can't drive anymore. Are y'all getting this? I'm gonna say it again. Just because God took the vehicle doesn't mean you can't drive anymore. The vehicle is a vessel. You still have your capabilities. Lord have mercy. You still have your skills that God blessed you with. Come on, somebody. You still have the power that He's given you. You just got to find another way to get there. You just got to find another way to arrive. God says you gotta get up from there because you still have purpose. Are y'all with me? Another reason He tells them they got to get up from there is because He says, you have my word as a guide. You got my word as a guide. That's what He tells them. We went over that and how, you got to know the word. Here's the reason why. But never forget you have an enemy who is the father of lies, and he's going to lie to you every day. Every day, Pastor? Every day. Every day. He's going to lie to you every day. What's he going to lie about? He's going to lie to you about who you are. He's going to lie to you about who God is. And he's going to lie to you about what you're capable of doing without God. In other words, try to make you move independent of God. try to get you puffed up in pride. I said he's going to lie to you about who you are. He's going to lie to you about who God is. And he's going to lie to you about what you can do in and of yourself without the Lord. Try to get you to move independently of God. He's every day, Pastor, every day. Every day. He's going to lie. He's going to lie. He's going to tell you you can't do it. He's going to tell you you can't make it. He's going to tell you you can't get it done. He's going to tell you it's too big. He's going to tell you you're not prepared. And when you're prepared, he's going to tell you you're not prepared enough. Come on. Even when things are looking like they're supposed to look, he's going to create doubt and try to get your mind focused on all of the things that could go wrong. Why? Because his mission is to kill your faith. Because he knows that if you don't have faith, it's impossible to please God. His mission is to get you to lean into your fears as opposed to leaning in to the God who helps you overcome them. He wants you to sit right there on the edge of the promised land and look at it and hear about it and know that it's there. But as opposed to, now watch this. I'm gonna point this out. You ready for this? You ready for this? When you go to Joshua chapter 1, right? In Joshua chapter 1, you'll see in verse 5, I believe it is. In verse 5, right? God says, no man shall be able to stand before you all the days of your life. Why is he saying no man shall be able to stand before you all the days of your life? Because in another place in that passage, he points out to them. He points out to them what they're facing. He says, you see how strong they are over there. You saw how fortified the cities are over there. You saw how the Amalekites and the Jebusites and the Hittites and the Canaanites, all of them ites, those evil people, the most evil people that you can think of. You know, these are people who spent all of their lives fighting. You ever, y'all forgive me, but you know, and I know some of us, we didn't grow up like this, but I grew up in environments where sometimes you had to fight. You and I know all of us didn't grow up like this. Like, when I say fight, I don't mean had an argument. I mean you had to knuckle up and throw them things. Come on. That's Listen, I went to the private Christian school in the day where, you know, they, if you raised your voice, everybody thought the world was coming to an end. But then in the evenings, I would go to my daddy's church in the hood, and right 2 doors down, they got the quick stop. And the quick stop was like the duck off. It was going down in the duck off. What was going down? Everything. Everything. Yeah. Everything. so 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 here I am. I'm gonna just say it. During the day, I'm at this all white, very conservative, uh, middle, upper middle, socioeconomics, all day. This is where I'm at. Everything's quiet. Don't make too much noise. In the evenings and on the weekends, I'm in the West 30s, man, at the summer camp. Come on. Come on. Next door to the quick stop. Come on, somebody. And this, hey, listen, man, you know, and sometimes it just happened. Like you just had to. Like you ain't had no choice, you know. And the last people, they had certain people who, yeah, all my life I had to fight. Yeah, nigga. They had certain people, man, who just grew up fighting. Just they every time you heard about them, you heard about them fighting. It was like it was sport. It was always fighting. And the last people you really wanted to get in a fight with was people who always fighting. Why? Because they used to this. You not. You hit them, they don't even feel it. They numb to it. Come on, somebody. They, it's, you know, they, it's almost like they've been training. They've been training for this all day, every day, all their life. Come on. They got more wind than you got. Come on. They've been conditioned to receive blows. So when you hit them, it's like you done gave them your best shot. Yeah. You didn't hit them with everything in you. And they, as opposed to it affecting them negatively, you, they get excited. You done let your best shot, and they like, yeah. No, I'm not doing this. Go home. Go go home. Go home. I'm going home. No, I'm not. No. You were supposed to fall. That's you were supposed to fall. That's what was supposed to happen. That's your part. When I hit you like that, you were supposed to fall. You're not supposed to get excited. You're supposed to fall. Like that's how this works. God tells Israel, he says, these people are evil and they've been fighting. Come on, somebody. All their life. This is an uphill battle. Huh? And then you have to fight in mountainous terrain. Huh? He tells him this. You ready? He says, have I not commanded you? Be strong and of good courage. Do not be afraid, even with all that you're facing. Do not be afraid or dismayed. Why? Uh, uh, Over there is the most evil people. Over there, they've been fighting all their life. They got fortified cities. They got mountainous terrain. Come on. And you're telling me not to be afraid? God says, that's what I'm telling you. And then he tells them why. For the Lord, your God, is with you wherever you go. Whew. See, your enemy's job is to get you to focus on what you're facing. Your enemy's job is to get you to look across the Jordan and see the giants. Lord have mercy. Your enemy's job is to get you to look across the Jordan and see the mountains, see the difficult terrain. His job is to keep you locked in on the things that you cannot handle. Ooh, Lord have mercy. His job is to keep you focused. See, when you look across the Jordan, it's your enemy's job to point out to you all of the things, all of the obstacles and the things that are getting in your way. This and to get you to forget that while yes, you are looking at all of those things, his job is to get you to forget about the fact that you are also looking at the promised land. Woo! His job is to get you to see all of the difficulty and all of the reasons why you can't, and all of the things that stand in your way and the things that are going to be hard. Why? Because he wants to keep you right where you are. Woo! And if you're not careful, you will see all of the obstacles. You will see all of the burdens. You will see all of the difficulty. You will see all of the things that you have to go through in order to get there. And you will forget about what there is like. Lord have mercy. Because God had promised Israel there for generations. And he had described what Canaan was like to them for generations. And here they are, and they've gotten to the place where they can look over Jordan, the Jordan River, and they can see what they've been promised all this time. And if their focus is not in the right place, if they allow the enemy to win, when they look over there, all they'll see is trouble. I'm talking to somebody, and you're just across the Jordan from Canaan. But when you look over there, all you see is what you have to go through. All you see is the difficulty. All you see are the giants, the mountains, the difficult terrain. And God is going, can't you see that over there is also the promised land? Is also, and then watch this. Don't forget I'm with you. Don't forget if listen, if when you looked over there and you saw all of this and you were relying on you would be in trouble. He tells them, but as I was with Moses, that's why you don't have to fear. So I'll be with you. On the mountaintop, I'll be with you. Valley, I'm with you. Facing Amalekites and Jebusites and Hittites and Canaanites. Okay. Yep. They've been fighting all their life, but the difference is I'm with you. Fortified cities, difficult terrain. The difference is I'm with you. In the storm, I'm with you. When folks are behind you, I'm with you. When they're against you, I'm with you. God tells them, you can count on me. I'm with you. And the reason why you can get up from this place, even knowing all of the things that you're going to be facing, is because there's one reason and one reason only. Whew. Because I'm with you. You're right. You can't do it. You're right. You can't win. You're right. You don't have what it takes. But I'm with you. Lord have mercy. I'm with you. He says, I'll never leave you. I'll never forsake you. I'm with you. And that's the thing that you have to keep in mind. Because that's the reason why no matter where you find yourself sitting today, you can get up from that place and move forward. Father, we love you. Thank you for who you are. Your word's amazing. I pray for that person, Lord, who's stuck in place, for that person who's struggling to get up. Give them the strength, give them the energy, give them the focus, give them the power, Lord, to get up, to see the purpose, to see the promise, Lord, and to see you and sense you and feel you and know that you're with them, Lord, and to move forward. We thank you and we praise you. You're an amazing God to us. It's in Jesus' name that we pray. Amen. God bless y'all, man. Thank y'all for hanging out with me this morning. If you would, you know what I'm going to ask you to do. Two things. Number one, hit that share button, spread the word. Spread the word. Hit that share button, tag some folks in this video. And I'm also going to ask you to invest, to sow into what God is doing through Community Church. No gift too big or too small. Whatever the Lord leads you to do. Pastor, how do I give? You text the word give to 985-260-8411. You're going to get a link back. Click that link and you can do your giving there. Or you can go directly to communitych.com/give and do your giving there. I love and appreciate each and every single one of y'all. And if it's the Lord's will, I will see you tomorrow morning right back here on Jumpstart Live. God bless.